I wanted to touch on the terminal window for our FSC 3000 sites, just give everybody an understanding of what some common commands, where you go to find those commands. We do have a document that's already lists some common commands in our open office hours content, so feel free to check out that. I'll try to link to it here in the training as well. But most of the commands are pulling from the FSC command line configuration document. This document is really based for the technician to configure the Fuel Site Controller 3000, but it lists most of the commands that are on the FSC 3000 and those that you can use in the terminal window. We do have a few commands that are restricted in the terminal window itself, like show card or show transaction. Those commands are restricted because the amount of data that it would take to show that in the terminal window. But you can download those. There's an option to download that command in the terminal window in DXFleet as opposed to running the command directly. You can also do show trans, and you could find it more than that. So show trans and then the number of the transaction, that should work. Also show card and then the card number, that should work. It's just the broader commands that are restricted. Let's kind of go down this document. I'll kind of show you what I mean about how to find the commands. So if you look through here, there's going to be table contents, and in that table of contents, it's going to show you things like, admin access. It's going to show you how to change your password. So if you go to admin, this is creating the admin password for the first time. Set admin, here you have an option for creating additional users or changing the passwords. If you need to, you can, let's go back to the table of contents. You can follow step by step for doing these things, creating a user, changing the password. If we go to change passwords, it'll show you screenshots of the options here. So change password, it's going to give you options for remote, privileged, admin, and all the users, and you can just select the option to change them. As far as the other commands that you might need, set date and set time, those commands, if your FSC time and date are incorrect, or if it's a new FSC, those commands come in handy. And again, the format is here to do that, and it'll tell you step by step on what you need to do to set those. And then we go back to the top here. Then we have all of our commands for things like the fuel type codes. So set fuel type as a command. That command will allow you to make changes to your product, as well as your pricing, your names, your CFN or network codes. If you do configure PCT or install PCT, those are going to be, reconfiguring your fueling points, changing or uninstalling or reinstalling your positions on your controller. So if you needed to, configure and add a new pump, or, even remove an existing one or make changes to those, you can reconfigure those. Coming down here, we have things like more install PCT kind of commands, and we've got the receipt header options. You have options for setting a journal printer. You've got the PCF card options. So if you need to redefine your card file in order to be able to resend your cards and reset your card options, you have this set card option here. So you would do command set card and then select option 2, and then it'll allow you to define if you need FSC accounts, PIN numbers, odometer, product and quantity restrictions, setting verified prompts, and set product restriction as commands, quantity restrictions command. Those will allow you to make changes on the FSC in the terminal window for those commands. The beauty about DXFleet, though, is that all of these things are integrated in the user interface. So you don't necessarily need to configure them here or in the terminal window. You can configure them on the DXFleet user interface and then just push those commands down by either using a send on the page that you configure, or to send site settings, or possibly sending global settings, depending on what those options are. But this document lays out a majority of the commands and what they are and how to do them. And you can follow this guideline if you will need any sort of documentation on how the terminal window is functioning, or what those commands do, or how you do a certain command. So this document is searchable. If you need to do like how do I configure time, you just search time and it'll bring you right to that option. It also has the termination code. So if you were to search for termination, we have our termination and denials, which are right here. So these show you all the termination codes that are in the fuel site controller. So if you have a bad transaction, you could find those answers here as to what the termination code means for your card. F, for example, is the card's not in the positive card file, meaning the card's not on the fuel site controller. Some of these other ones might be important if you're unable to fuel. Maybe their account was invalidated. Maybe they put in the card was invalidated. Maybe they have the wrong account. All of those things are kind of listed here in the termination codes. And so this also comes in handy. This document's a fairly handy document if you need just more information in general on your site and your site controller. Keep in mind that DX Fleet is just the online application. The controller on NFSC 3000 is really the brains of fueling it's taking place on site, and all the configuration lives on that fuel site controller. DX Fleet is trying to bring that data into the cloud to make it accessible and easy, and so that you don't need to use a terminal window. But if you do need to configure things manually or make a change, you can using the commands found in this document. So I just wanted to highlight this document, let you know it exists. If you need it, it is listed in this training. You could download it there. And we also have the Dover whip. So I just wanted to share that. If you have any questions, let us know.